Meghan is in California right now, and you're here, and there's articles left and right about what is happening with these two. So is that a good thing for you in a way that there's so much interest in you?
No, there's definitely not a good thing.
Meghan's PR team have reportedly spruiked a potential book about her life post-divorce from Prince Harry.
The royal family would not be coming to Harry's rescue. They would not be funding a divorce to any extent. And they, at this point, wouldn't really care what Meghan tried to say or do, because Meghan has so discredited herself as a liar, a cheat, and a phony.
It looks like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's marriage has completely fallen apart. The word is she's walked away, and not gently either. From what's being said behind the scenes, she broke things off in a cold and painful way. According to several leaked reports, Meghan had been planning her exit for quite some time, quietly building her way out because she allegedly couldn't stand being around Harry anymore. Some sources even claim she felt repulsed by him. She only stayed as long as she did to keep up appearances, but it seems she finally hit her limit. You might want to get comfortable because what's coming next is seriously explosive.
He genuinely loved her. I don't think she loved him for a second, but it suited her to stay, and she was the Meghan in the relationship in terms of being because women like that are usually extremely dominant, and they know how to play.
Just when it seemed like Meghan Markle's year couldn't possibly get any more dramatic, she's gone and stirred up even more attention. The latest buzz is that she ended things with Prince Harry, and let's just say it wasn't exactly a mutual decision. Rumor has it Meghan had been harboring resentment for a while and deep down couldn't stand him anymore. Over the past year or so, insiders say she's been telling people close to her that being with Harry had become emotionally exhausting. After they moved to the US, Meghan reportedly found Harry's constant presence suffocating. He didn't want to be apart from her, and that clinginess started to wear her down. Royal watchers say Harry became increasingly fixated on Meghan, and she just couldn't take it any longer. According to experts, Harry's now in total denial. He's struggling to understand what went wrong, especially since not too long ago, Meghan told everyone she'd never divorce him to make things worse. Just last year, Harry stood by Meghan publicly when online criticism was at its peak. At the New York Times 2024 Dealbook Summit, he spoke about ignoring the negativity surrounding Meghan and insisted their marriage was solid. Clearly, he didn't see this coming. People close to Harry say he's taking the breakup really hard. He's reportedly confided in friends that he can't imagine life without Meghan. Let's not forget, Harry gave up everything for her. He stepped down from his royal duties, distanced himself from his family and friends, and even relocated to another continent. He went toe-to-toe with his brother, Prince William, all in Meghan's name. And now, she's left him anyway. Their relationship really started to fall apart after moving to the US. By leaving the UK, Harry lost his support system, the people who had protected and grounded him his entire life, and it seems Meghan didn't like the version of Harry she saw in America. Reports say she felt overwhelmed by his constant need for validation and grew increasingly irritated with how often he sought reassurance that things were okay. Over time, that frustration allegedly turned into outright disgust. This growing tension apparently reached its breaking point during their public outing at Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour at SoFi Stadium.
This slow-motion video from the royal grift where they point out she is utterly repulsed by the PDA from Prince Harry. Look at this now. In slow motion. And then there is the horror on Meghan's face. Get away from me, man. Oh, but I'm going to have to post this anyway because I've got something to prove to the world.
Making it all the more awkward, that same night Meghan flooded her Instagram with cozy photos of her and Harry, smiling and embracing as if nothing was wrong. But according to the Royal Observer, nobody was buying it. The public wasn't convinced by the "we're madly in love" image Meghan tried to present, adding to the skepticism. Comparisons quickly began popping up between the photos of Meghan with Harry and pictures of her with former partners. Royal fans pointed out how stiff and uncomfortable Meghan looked with Harry that night. Body language experts even chimed in. Judy James, a leading analyst, said Meghan seemed like she was forcing the affection, possibly trying to push back against what's known as the 7-year itch. According to Judy, Meghan's sudden burst of affection in public may have been an effort to convince the world that things between her and Harry were still strong. But the overly staged vibe came off as artificial, almost like something straight out of an old episode of Suits. The timing, Judy added, made sense. Many couples experience relationship strain around the 7-year mark, and Meghan might have been overcompensating to distract from any cracks. Still, people close to Meghan say she was deeply unhappy in the months leading up to the Beyoncé concert. After their failed attempt at public affection, Meghan reportedly hit her breaking point. She was supposedly overwhelmed by Harry's emotional dependence and, shortly afterward, told him it was over. One source claims Harry broke down in tears and begged her to stay. When these rumors started circulating online, fans didn't hold back. Some were outright brutal. Comments poured in saying things like "good riddance" and "they're both lazy grifters." Others accused Meghan of using Harry as a stepping stone to get what she wanted. "She never loved him," one person wrote. "She just wanted out of Suits and saw Harry as her ticket to the life she dreamed of."
Priest focus on whether Prince Harry rushed into marrying Meghan Markle because they both felt her biological clock was ticking. According to the Daily Mail, the eager prince brushed off his brother William's warning to take it slow because she was already 35. They quote a book by the well-regarded former Vanity Fair editor and Royal Insider Tina Brown.
Now, royal insiders say that if these divorce rumors are true, nobody at the palace is exactly surprised. Apparently, the royal family had been anticipating this outcome for a while. Meghan's actions had caused a lot of tension within the firm, and people close to the royals believed she would eventually grow tired of Harry. What's more, Meghan and Harry's popularity in the US has noticeably declined. According to royal analysts and PR experts, the couple once enjoyed huge support after stepping back from royal duties, but the tide began to turn. Their Netflix docuseries, Harry's memoir Spare, and various high-profile interviews brought in lots of attention, but also led to a rise in skepticism and what some are calling Sussex fatigue among American audiences. This fall in public favor hasn't just hurt their image, it may have also put extra strain on their marriage. Celebrities of their stature not only deal with personal struggles, but also face non-stop public judgment. When things start to go downhill with the public, especially in the US where they hope to thrive, it can seriously affect their private lives. The divorce talk, though not officially confirmed, has been gaining steam online and in the press, creating even more pressure on both of them. Sources say the royal family is bracing for a media circus if the divorce does become official. Things are reportedly so tense that Harry may be shut out from major events, like Prince William's future coronation. And since the brothers haven't spoken in 2 years, largely because of Meghan, the palace PR team is already working overtime preparing for the fallout.
Told, and I see the wisdom of this, that in fact the royal family would be very happy to leave Harry to flounder because they understand that she would be neutralizing Harry, and if they came to his rescue, they would be involving themselves in unpredictable melees down the line.
Adding another layer to the drama, Netflix has decided not to renew Meghan and Harry's $100 million deal. That's a big shift in their relationship with Hollywood and the media. While there may still be opportunities for small one-off projects, the cancellation suggests that the streaming giant is pulling back after once betting big on the couple's post-royal story. Their 2022 documentary Harry and Meghan was a major hit, drawing a huge audience. But Meghan's more recent show with Love, Meghan didn't make the same impact. Reviews were poor, viewership was low, and the show became a punchline for comedians like Whitney Cummings and Katherine Ryan. Their jokes painted Meghan as tone-deaf and disconnected from what viewers wanted. British journalist Marina Hyde added more fuel to the fire by speculating that Netflix might be holding out for an official divorce announcement, which would likely draw in massive ratings. She even joked that if Meghan had stuck to a certain Hollywood strategy, marry Harry, have 2 kids, then divorce and relaunch her acting career in her 40s as the next Julia Roberts, she might have pulled it off better.
Long-form expose I did not see coming. there is this. A few years ago, a rumour began circulating around the book world about another prospective project for Meghan. This story, which a person with knowledge confirms the broad details of, was that Meghan's team had a conversation with a publishing house to gauge interest in the idea for a potential book. The concept, for which there was no written or formal proposal, was post-divorce.
As harsh as it may sound, a Meghan Markle comeback post-Harry wouldn't really shock anyone. She could go back to acting, or maybe write a tell-all about her time with Harry. As for Harry, he's likely in for a rough ride. After everything he gave up for Meghan, his family, his homeland, and even his identity, he's left having to rebuild from the ground up. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. In the meantime, feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more celebrity drama. Until next time, bye everyone.